Hi everyone, welcome to the third video of the Penrith series. We have covered the east in the first, the west in the second, and now we are going to talk about the south with a little bit of bonus north at the end. Because by the end of this video, we will cover all the walking distance. Well, more or less. There will be some that is a bit of stretch of walking distance, can be driving distance, and can be like 2 to 3 bus stops. So those I will cover in the fourth video. And finally, the fifth video will be the analysis video. I'm looking forward to doing that as well once we have more information about the Penrith site plan, floor plans, etc. too, and maybe even the indicative pricing. Hopefully, yeah. Okay, let's start. We are now at the Queenstown MRT station bus stop. So I'm just going to quickly call out some of the services here. For example, the bus 111, as you see on the right? It's actually a direct bus ride to Orchard. It takes you like 15 minutes because it's bus ride, it's not driving. About 11 stops. So it's very, very convenient, especially if you have a domestic helper. The helper only needs to take this bus to like Lucky Plaza, 15 minutes. Keep them happy, yeah. And the another thing is the bus 195. Bus 195, it only takes you 2 stops to get to the IKEA and Anchorage, Anchor Point. And you can also walk to the ABC Market from IKEA. And another alternative would be to take 1 stop further down to the Queensway or Alexandra Village. So these are good options, very well connected, even just for the bus, not just the MRT. Yeah. Now, as for the rest of the bus services, I'll leave that to you to check whether or not they fulfill your needs in terms of like going to the places that you frequent, for example, your workplace or even your relatives' place, your parents' place, things like that. To orientate ourselves here, yeah, so you see the bus stop is right in front of the MRT station. Right behind this bus stop is actually the Commonwealth Tower side gate. It actually links directly to this bus stop as well as the MRT station exit B over there and exit A is over right in front here. Okay, so we're going to make our way there because there's something else I want to talk about there. We've just gone out the escalator and there's a direct link to Queen's Peak here from the MRT station. And there's a facial recognition as well. If you look at the camera there, that's right on top of the LED screen. So this is probably one of the reasons why Queen's Peak 1 Beta is performing so well. But what about the others? Stay tuned to find out. So over there is Commonwealth Towers and Queen's Peak. So you can see that we are actually on the other side of the MRT station. We've crossed it. So one thing to say is that it does take about 6-7 minutes from Penrith to cross to get into this point here, and we're going to walk further down. You'll notice that the state is a bit different because these are much older HDBs. And on the left, you'll see the oldest leasehold and the newest leasehold condo in this area, Queens and Stirling Residences. We are in front of Queens right now, and the tenure started from 1998, TOP 2002, land size 21,000 square, almost 22,000 square meter. It's actually bigger than the Commonwealth Towers and Queen's Peak. Plot ratio is a little high for on-block potential. And in terms of profitability, I can't really do like the full average profitability because the numbers will be too skewed. But if you look at the 3-bedroom transactions done in the past 2 years with a holding period of 3 to 6 years, performance is still actually pretty good for your old project. All right, it is basically like 5 to 8% annualized gains. And this is how Queens will look like from a more top-down view. The tennis court on the left, right, is actually new, very new, newly furbished. We have made our way over from Queens, and right in front of us is the Stirling Residences. The tenure started from 2017, TOP 2022. Lexus and GFA is actually the biggest here, biggest leasehold here. So biggest and newest leasehold. Mega development because 1259 units and developer is a China developer. So for Stirling Residences profitability, the 1-bedroom performance is okay. It's actually better than Commonwealth Towers, but still pales in comparisons to Queen Peak. But the 2-bedroom Commonwealth Towers takes the crown. It's better than the other two, and by a bit, noticeable difference. But in terms of 3-bedroom, Commonwealth Towers and Stirling Residences is the same, and they perform a lot better than Queen's Peak. But 4-bedroom is where Stirling Residences truly shine, because we're talking about a 1 million gain, and the TOP was 2022. We are now in the year 2025. It's crazy, man. And the 1,755 PSF gain is a lot better than the Commonwealth Towers and Queen's Peak. So basically, if you have gotten a 4-bedroom here previously, you what until Wei Ling Chu. Okay, so that phrase means that you have profit so much that you don't even recognize your own home manual. That's how good it is. Moving on from Stirling Residences, you can see that there's actually a temple beside it, but it doesn't matter because it's still performing so well, right? And in front of us is also the Block 169 and Block 170 HDB, slightly older HDB estate, which I'll talk about the amenities there. One of my favorite cafes is there. Now, if you have walked from Penrith to this location, it'll probably be 13 to 15 minutes. So it's probably better to grab or drive or maybe walk during the weekends. Yeah, we are at Block 169. There's a coffee shop here, so usual kind of food options. On the right, there's a pavilion with a fitness center, and straight ahead is a cafe that I want to show you guys because I really like it. This is the cafe I'm talking about. They're actually having their third year anniversary right now. So that means that they're actually doing pretty well because most HDB cafes, I would say, shutter within like 2 years, right? Given the current FMB scene as well. And this is the branch that I just had. And the bottom is the pistachio donut, very rich and creamy. Excellent. And unfortunately, it's closed today, so I can't show you guys the interior. On the right, we have a Chinese eatery. Doesn't seem to be open today. I'll walk further down the block and show you guys the other amenities that are here on the block 169. So up ahead, there's actually a Japanese butchery. I'm actually a little surprised that this is here now in the HDB block. And there's a clinic here, a music school, a mama store. The fruits and greens here are actually not too bad. They look fresh. There's a bakery here and another clinic. Yeah. And straight ahead is the coffee shop. In front of us is a fair price, medium size or slightly smaller fair price, NTUC fair price. So we actually have block 170 now. So these are some of the other amenities. There's a fruit store here, that's 169. And in front of us, there's actually the Kyungho coffee. So the coffee here is nice if you like coffee. We are back at the HDB area where after we just crossed the MRT station. You can see Queen's Peak in the background over there. So we're going to go towards Mei Ling now. So the hyperlapse video was about 24 seconds at a 10x speed, so it's like 4 minutes. And if we factor in the walking time from Penrith to crossing the MRT station, which I mentioned earlier, is like 6 to 7 minutes. So total is about 10 to 11 minutes, which I think is an okay walkable time, walking distance. Good to burn off calories during the weekend as well. Yeah. And the food at Mei Ling. There are definitely some standout stores. There are some stores that always have queue. And in fact, there was a 石惠园 Hor Fun that unfortunately has closed. But it actually got Michelin Big Gourmand and there was always a queue. The broth is really good. The broth has this like very strong herbal taste. The tang gui and the star anise taste. So yeah, it's a waste. One of my personal favorites as well. But it's okay. There are many other stores at Mei Ling worth checking out too. In fact, my favorite fried Hokkien prawn mee is there as well. So let's check it out. In front of us is a Teochew fishball noodle, always have a queue. This is my favorite fried Hokkien mee, always have a queue as well. In fact, on weekends they get sold out. I think it's better than Neighbor Walk and the Uncle Peter's. I've tried those both as well. Amoy Street Boon King prawn noodle. This also always have a lunch crowd, just like the Sala queue over here as well. And in front of us, actually, if you look to the left, right, a lot of stores are not open because today is Monday. Yeah, I must remember not to do walkabout videos, filming walkabout videos on Monday because a lot of stuff are closed. A lot of stores are closed. All right. Anyway, there's another fishball noodle here with a queue all the way at the end. The Teochew Mui, Teochew porridge or Cai Fan has a queue as well. And to the left here, you'll see a curry rice. I have not tried it. I think it should be okay. And this is a steamboat. Lastly, there's a Xinji Jifan here as well as a Wanton Mee here. That's nice. Both I've tried before. We are now in front of the Queenstown Polyclinic. You can see here. It's actually very far from Penrith. It's like 15 to 20 minutes walking distance. But I was actually directed to come here to do changing of my dressings regularly after a recent foot injury. So there may be situations where you need to come here. Yeah. And I have to say the nurses were really good and the system was very efficient. System was also good. So it was a pleasant experience overall. Now, in front of us, where I just zoom in, is the Queenstown Community Center. This is where I actually did my vaccinations, COVID vaccinations previously. And to help orientate ourselves, that's Margaretville. So we're actually on the opposite side of Margaretville now. Yeah. We are back in front of Penrith, the side gate, and right in front of us is the main entrance. So we're going to turn left here to go to Springleaf. There's actually a Springleaf Prata right in front of Penrith. So that's Springleaf Prata. Now you might be wondering why I'm doing a north of Penrith, a little bit of it anyway, in this video. It's because we have actually covered most of the amenities that are within a comfortable walking distance to Penrith. And by comfortable, I don't just mean the distance, I also mean like there being shade, etc. You know, because if you walk from Penrith to IKEA or Alexandra Central or Anchor Point, those are places where, how should I put it? It's very exposed to the sun. It's very hot. Yeah, I know because I myself actually walk from the IKEA stretch back home when I drop my car off for servicing sometimes. Okay. So anyway, the next video we will cover those, and the last part of this video I will talk about the collated list of amenities, or rather just updating whatever we have covered today. Okay, let's move on to that. So this is the updated collation. Basically, just need to look at this small little highlighted box over on the right side where it says a bit far for working. I've added the Stirling HDB amenities as well, the Mei Ling Market area. So some of them I did not manage to cover in the video, but like for example, right outside the Mei Ling Market is actually a kopitiam. There's actually a 5-star dim sum that is not too bad for a kopitiam standard. And what else? Let's see. We have talked about the cafeteria, the eateries, etc. The clinics. Yeah, there's actually also 2 clinics around the Mei Ling Market. And yeah, so this is the updated list, and you'll see on the at the bottom there's this section called Others to Note. So those are the ones I will cover some of them, not all of them, in the next video, because some of them, like those that are like more popular, I probably won't cover. Most people will have been to those places, like for example IKEA or even Queensway Shopping Centre. Okay, yeah, and even the ABC Food Centre for that matter, and Alexandra Village Hawker Centre. Those are like well known, right? Yeah, although some folks may not have tried them, to be fair. Yeah. Okay, so this is the updated collated list, and I hope that the video has been helpful to you so far. If so, please remember to like and subscribe the video, or more importantly, contact me at this number so that I can assist you in making the smart choice for your next home purchase, which in this case is going to be Penrith. Penrith is looking really good. I think it's going to be like one of the best new launch in this year, although most of these years already passed. Yeah. All right. Thanks, everyone, and bye.